Hello and good morning. Welcome. You have week 5 homework due starting today through Monday. And you have a worksheet today. So let's take a look. Pay close attention. This one says solve for y. So draw a line, circle the y, subtract 9x. Okay, always get rid of this one last. That's with the variable. So we're going to subtract 9x. So we get negative 7y equals this. There's a plus right here. Okay? All right, so at this point, you're going to divide by negative 7. And when you do, that's your slope. Okay? So the answer is going to be y equals 9x over 7. Two negatives make a positive. One negative makes a negative. And there it is. And there we go. It's called slope-intercept form. Number 2. Number 2, you're going to draw a line, just like you did before. Circle the y. Subtract 11x. You're going to divide by negative 4. And you get y equals a positive. One negative makes a negative. And 8 times 4 is 32. This is your slope. This is your slope. Okay? And those are your answers for the next two. Find the slope. So m is 9 over 7. M is 11 over 4. Okay, that's the first type where you solve for y and find the slope. All right, put away your bell work on a new sheet of paper, copy down everything you see. Okay, these are notes. Put a date. There are 3 forms of a line, and it's on the board. Okay? So this is A. B is point slope. And then the last one is standard form. And you got to know all 3 on this worksheet. Okay, so this one is slope-intercept. This one is point slope. And this one is standard form. Copy that down so you know. All right, so let's take a look. This one right here wants you to write it in point slope form and then convert it to standard form. So point slope form is y minus my y equals my slope, and then x minus my x, which is a double negative. So that's point slope. So we're going to go ahead now and distribute and get y by itself, and well, that would be slope-intercept form. So let's just see. This becomes a plus. So I get a negative 4x minus 8, because a negative times a positive is a negative. All right, now standard form is where you get your x's and y's over here. So you want to take this, which is a negative, and bring it over here, and the sign's going to change. So it's going to change to a positive. The y is going to stay there. The negative 5 we're going to bring over here, and it becomes a plus 5. Whenever you cross that line, the sign changes. So your final answer in standard form would be 4x plus 1y is equal to negative 3. And that's called standard form. All right, before I give you your worksheet, let me get you to try one. We're going to try this one right here, number 12. So put number 12 through 3/5 with a slope of 5/3. Copy that down. All right, so the first thing you always do is point slope. So it's going to be y minus your y equals your slope. And then x minus your x. That's the first thing you do. Now you're going to distribute. So y minus 5 is equal to 5 over 3x. And then when you multiply here, you have to put a 1 under here. A positive times a negative is a negative. 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 1 is 3. So now you're going to get, what we're going to do is get rid of this denominator to get rid of our fraction. So we're going to multiply everything by 3. So if you haven't learned this before, that's what we're going to do. Multiply everything by 3. So you're going to get 3y minus 15 is equal to, these 3's cancel. 5x, these 3's cancel, and you get minus 15. Draw a line. Move the x, which is a positive, over here, so that becomes a negative 5x plus 3y. Move the negative 15 over here, that becomes a plus 15, and so that's going to equal 10. 15 minus 5. Now you can't have a negative here, so you're going to change your signs. So it's going to be 5x minus 3y equals negative 10, and that's called standard form. Copy that down so you have it for your notes, and I would rework it. All right, so today you have a worksheet, and here it is right here. And it's going to be on Canvas. And this lesson only took 6 minutes to do. Okay, read your directions. All right, let's talk about MCR now. So for MCR class, here we go. If you're in geometry, of course, you're not going to do MCR. All right, so this right here, you're going to distribute. Draw your line. It's actually a compound inequality. What I'm going to do, excuse me, is divide by 9. You can do that. So you get negative 2 and then 3. And then you just add 5. And you get 3 is less than x is less than 8. So it's between 3 and 8, and I lost my, I think that's right. So 3, color it in because it's equal to, and 8, don't color it in, and it's in between. And that's how you do that one. And that's a compound inequality. All right, let's keep moving. This one right here, you have variables on both sides, so you want to add x because it's smaller. So you're going to get 7 is less than 4x, 1 plus 3 minus 1. So you're going to add 1 to both sides and get 8, and then you're going to divide by 4 and get x is greater than 2. So here's 2, and x is greater than, we go this way. Remember, you always read from the variable. X is greater than 2. So you go this way. And there it is. Today's work is a light work here. After you finish, make sure you have all your homework in order. If you're not finished something, finish it up, and then you can go ahead and relax. Okay, today's Friday. All right, that's it. Have a good morning.